Charmaine, the host of the Lady Charmaine Live Show. I recently got a chance to sit down with actor Greg Tarzan Davis. He's one of the stars of Tom Cruise's new movie, Top Gun Maverick. It's the most anticipated film of the year. We got a chance to talk about how was it working with Tom Cruise and where did he get that name from, Tarzan? Check this out. Okay, so I heard that Tom Cruise handpicked everyone in this film because this is going to be the blockbuster film of the year. How does it feel to know that he handpicked you?
Listen, let me tell you something. I got the call from my manager saying, hey, you are going to be, I got the call back and then it was like, hey, Tom Cruise saw your tape. And I was like, oh, he's seeing your tape. And I was like, Tom's about to see my face? Wait. I grew up watching him and now he about to see me act? Oh man, I went nuts. I was like, if I don't get the role, he know who I am now. That's all I cared about. But it was, I hit the lottery. I hit the lottery. That's what we all say. Like, we hit the lottery ticket. I mean, and Tom is very hands-on. This is his baby. This is the film that really launched his career. So, I mean, to be a part of it, it's an honor. It's a blessing. I mean, I'm grateful. Still to this day, it's like, is this really happening?
You gotta pinch yourself.
Yeah, pinch yourself.
So let's talk about the training that you guys had to go through. I heard that it was really rigorous to make sure that you guys were true Top Gun pilots. What was that experience like for you?
It was intense, but it was needed. I don't think, if Tom didn't set up this training program, which we had to get comfortable in the air, which was where we flew in a Cessna, then we had to get comfortable pulling G's, which was the X-300, and then we had to get comfortable like being in an F-18, something similar to it, which was the L-39. He didn't set that up, then I don't think we would have got the good shots in the F-18 because the first original one, they were puking, they didn't look good, they didn't look like real Navy pilots, but we did. We did, you know, I don't want to toot my own horn, but
well, let's talk about those jets and the adrenaline rush. Let's talk about, did you actually fly a jet?
Yes, okay, let me be specific. Okay, yeah. I flew in the jet. I did not fly. The Navy would not allow us to do that. I flew the other, you know, the training aircrafts, but we were in the back of it while we had a pilot who was piloting us, and it felt like flying on a dragon. Like, you know, when you're in a car and you're driving, it does not feel like you're going that fast, but that's what would happen to me. But when we were doing the dogfighting, which is fighting other jets, we're going and you feel the power. It was like, ooh. After every session, it felt like you got into like a car accident or played like 2 games of the NFL football or something like that. It was tough.
Now tell me 2 things that you learned from working with Tom Cruise.
Number 1 thing I learned was about being a filmmaker, learning how to tell a great story, knowing what emotions you're trying to get from the audience members. I remember seeing him perform on set, and he did something, I can't give it away what he did, but he did something, and then he stopped, and he was like, hold on, no, it's not gonna work. And then he did something different, so I asked him, I was like, yo, Tom, why did you do that? And he was like, well, Tarzan, you gotta know, we're not doing it to look good, we're doing it to make sure that this serves the story, and we wanna make sure that the audience go on this particular ride. So everything you see in the film, the journey you go on, it's intentional. Every beat by beat, the highs, the lows, and everything. That's one thing. The other thing is, there's so many things. You want me to narrow it down to 2?
Okay, give me 3 then.
3 things, okay, so I can tell you, he taught me how to be in this industry. I mean, I've been acting for 6 years, and 4 of those years have been with him. And he set the bar of how to conduct myself as an entertainer in this industry, what to expect. You know, don't settle for anything, as well as being a person that's not going to settle for the money of something, but pick good movies, not just because your character looks good. I can go on and on.
No, that's great. So have you made friendships and connections with the other cast members? And if you did, are you guys still in touch today?
Yes, that is my family. I lucked up because you hear the horror stories sometimes on set, and like co-stars don't get along. We all got along, and I think that's what makes this movie so special. We're all competitive, so that also made it so special because we were pushing each other, trying to be better than one another, but also supporting each other. But like we outside of the film, I mean, we travel together, go to parties. I mean, I can't tell you, me and Jay Ellis, we we traveled to different states together, and as well as Glenn for his birthday, Monica, and all of that. We're a family, and it's good for all of us to be together. We've been waiting for this movie to come out, but now with the press tour, we all went off to do other things since the movie, waiting for the movie release. But now we're all together, and we're turning up nonstop.
I see you turning up. I see
You know, we don't get tired, though. We just be, yes.
I see you. So now I know your name is Tarzan. You got the name because of your hair. That's and then you wore you put on a towel in college and
you know about
Tarzan.
Oh, you did your research.
That's what I did.
Well, you are good at your job, young lady. You are good at your job. Yeah.
So now that we know you got the name Tarzan from the hair and the towel, how did you feel having to cut your hair that had the association with the name Tarzan?
Ooh, you know, it was tough because I mean, that was my identity for so long. I had long hair all my life, you know. It was also a nickname of mine when I was younger. So to let that go, I was like, people aren't gonna call me Tarzan no more. You know, that was my image. That was my hair was my identity. But it's crazy. I thought I was gonna change the industry. I thought I was like, no, they're not gonna typecast me. I'm keeping my hair. I'm gonna do this, and I was standing firm on it. But one night, I was having a hard time sleeping with my dreads on my locks, and that doesn't happen. That doesn't happen at all. And I was like, why am I having? I couldn't sleep at all. The next night, the same thing, and I was like, why am I struggling to sleep with my locks? And I said, I think it's time, because I was wrestling with the idea of like, should I cut it or not? And I was like, maybe that's a sign saying I should cut it. And it was emotional, but I cut it, and literally 3-4 months later, I book a TV show, I book a movie called Of the Wild, and I book the movie, which is the reason why we're talking right now. So
sometimes you just gotta let it go.
sometimes you have to just let go.
To go to a new place. So my last question for you, what do you want people to take away after watching Top Gun Maverick?
Oh, I want them to be inspired. I mean, as a filmmaker, you always want people to leave your film saying that I'm inspired, or I'm excited, or you want them to tell their friends like, wow, this is a great movie. You want to watch it. You want them to watch it multiple times, but even more so, I'm so proud of the diversity in this film and that I play a part of representation, because when I was a child, I didn't have that all the time in the movies that I watch. So for me to be that small part of having a little kid watching me and saying, that is me, I mean, that is